Hi everyone. Today for dinner we are having beef short ribs and I'm going to make them in the pressure cooker. So I just want to show you this easy and simple recipe. So let's get started. Okay, so here I have my beef short ribs. Those that eat them, you know what they look like. If you don't eat them, this is what they look like. They're kind of big. They are so good and tasty. They are not so much on the budget friendly side, but sometimes you can catch them on sale, okay? So I know it was hard to pick a flavor for my beef short ribs. So today I decided to do Kung Pao, okay? Which by P.F. Chang's, we're going to do a Kung Pao flavor. But first we're going to season our beef ribs with a little of my grapeseed oil. Use what you have because we're going to put them in the pressure cooker. I am using my rack in the pressure cooker, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a rack that comes with your pressure cooker with some of them that you can sit your meat on instead of sitting them in the bottom of the pressure cooker. I don't want them to sit at the bottom. So then you want to, once you put a little oil on them, you want to add a all-purpose. So you pick whatever all-purpose you want. Now, one of the main ones I use is my beef base seasoning. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If you're gonna use this is all you need. I would not recommend adding anything else besides that. The beef base seasoning is full of flavor, especially when you're gonna add more seasoning, but feel free to do what you want to do, because with the beef base, the sodium level in it is enough. So when you go adding other seasonings, which you can do, just make sure they don't have any sodium, okay? Now, if you're going to go ahead and add multiple flavors or multiple seasonings, just make sure you're using seasonings that don't have a lot of sodium, okay? But this alone is good enough for me. I thought about doing Old Bay. I thought about using some of my Goya or my Caribbean. I love just kind of mixing and matching. We have our Greek all-purpose. So you just pick whichever all-purpose you want to do and toss it around real good. Now we're just going to place some in the pressure cooker, and you can see the rack that I was talking about. So that rack keeps your meat from touching the bottom. Okay, now if you want to just lay them on the bottom, you can. Okay, but I'm going to show you why I'm using that rack. I want to keep the juices away from the meat for this particular, while I'm pressure cooking it. So I'm going to add the meat in. Okay, now that I have them in the pressure cooker, I'm going to cook them for 60 minutes. You may want to start with 45 minutes. It depends on how you like your ribs. And then again, you may want to just, I know at 60 minutes, they'll be nice and tender. Okay, and I'll show you how mine look at 60 minutes. That way, if you want to go less time, you can. Or if you want to go more time, you can, okay? So I'll come back when I've cooked them for 60 minutes. And if you want, add in some onions and peppers before you put that top on, honey. Okay, you all, it's been 60 minutes, so I am going to take out a few of my ribs so that you all can see the tenderness. But as you can see, the meat is already separating from the bones. I think you can tell it's pretty tender, but we're going to take a few out. Okay, you all, so here are my beef ribs. I just put them on a plate. So now I'm going to add the Kung Pao sauce. And it's totally optional, or you can choose whatever sauce you like, or you don't have to add a sauce at all. But honey, this Kung Pao is really good. Teriyaki is good. It's a few different ones that are really tasty. So let's give it a taste to see. All right, you all. Now, I wanted you to see the tenderness of the meat, okay? So I'm going to taste it for you. I'm going to let you know. Oh, man. It smells so good. It tastes so good. Oh, my God. I need to pick this rib up, y'all. I need it. Hold on. This is good. This is how I like my ribs. Now, the way these are is the perfect way to me, because you're eating them, they're still on the bone, the meat's still on the bone. It's still attached, and you can still have that experience of eating a rib. If you like it to where it's falling off the bone, you're going to want to go longer than the 60 minutes. I wouldn't recommend going less than 60. This is perfect. This is how you want to eat a rib. And if you try it this way, you'll see what I'm talking about. No matter what sauce you use, whether it's barbecue, whatever, you want to be able to have the rib experience. Now, if you just want the meat to fall off the bone, which doesn't give you that experience, continue cooking it another half hour to an hour, and the meat will fall off the bone. You'll be able to pick it up, it slides off. I don't really care for that because I don't get to enjoy actually picking up the rib and eating it. See? It gives you that experience while the meat is still tender. So you get that experience. It's good, it's flavorful, and it's tender. All right, you all. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and you have a wonderful, blessed day.